Hey everybody, so the last 2 weeks I've been off to a little bit of a rocky start. You haven't seen me on YouTube for quite a while. So I have a little bit of a story to tell you, and I'm gonna mention to you everything that's happened. And I'm kind of getting myself back on the screen again, and back with a little bit better way of doing my content, a little better way of doing this format, and I just have a little bit of a story to tell you. So 3 weeks ago, I went in to go and get my DOT physical done, and the doctor went through everything, and I have some spots on my arms, and that was just like an early sign of diabetes, but I don't have it. They said I had some psoriasis, and they looked at my legs, which I have leg ulcers, and they also looked at my weight and my blood pressure. My blood pressure was very high, and well, of course, I'm overweight. I've been doing the gym. So I'm very close to being disqualified from, well, driving. So that was kind of a wake-up call. While I've been doing all my fitness videos on Wednesday, I was going to the gym. I wasn't putting the effort in. While I was talking about nutrition, well, yeah, I was eating pretty good at home, but I was also adding Taco Bell every night. I was adding Burger King every morning. Everybody likes those sausage, egg, and cheese croissants. So I said, well, you know what? I need to take a step back, practice what I preach, take a hardcore look at everything that I'm doing. And so I started off with the nutrition part. That's why I ended up releasing a nutrition video talking about potassium. Because, well, that's my history. I get low potassium counts on just about all my blood tests. So they end up giving me potassium supplements to bring my potassium levels back up. And I don't eat a whole lot of fruits and vegetables. So I started off with the nutrition part. So the first thing I started typing in, I typed in Taco Bell. And I looked at it and I said, well, that's not so bad. And then I looked at the sodium content and I was like, everything that I'm eating at night, even though it's a couple tacos and maybe a quesadilla or their supposedly healthy Cantina Power Bowl, well, it was packed with sodium. I thought it was going to be eating a Mount Rushmore, Mount Sinai of sodium. It was like 6,000 milligrams of sodium that I was consuming every single night. So 3 weeks ago, after I took a look at that, my jaw dropped. I said, you know what? Bye, Taco Bell. Taco Bell's gone. So I got rid of Taco Bell. Taco Bell's not on my books anymore. For the last 3 weeks, I have to drive right by it every single time. It's tempting. It tastes good. I have to drive by it every single time I leave the gym. I said, nope, no more Taco Bell. So now I got a Planet Fitness. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Now the next thing I took a look at was everything that I ate during the day. I said, you know what? I'm not consuming any veggies. So I took a look at the veggies. Now I'm consuming spinach, and I have romaine lettuce, and I'm eating tomatoes and cucumbers, and I had celery, but celery burps are so bad that it burns my nostrils, and I'm belching celery all night long. So I said, wifey, can't do celery anymore. Give me broccoli. Even though I'm not really a big broccoli fan, but guess what? I'm going to have broccoli instead. I'll have another superfood to go along with that. And then I had a can of tuna for my salad. And then I had my normal chicken and veggies for dinner. And my oatmeal. So I started doing that for about 2 weeks. Looking at my nutrition, making sure I'm right on par with every single last item on nutrition. And then just a few days ago, I said, okay, let's break it down even further. So basically, what I call my salad was a house salad that you normally bought at a restaurant. I said, you know what? I'm very curious, and I was running 40-40-20. This is my goal: 40% carbs, 40% protein, 20% fats, and kind of alter it maybe about 4% on each one. If one goes up, one goes down, for kind of a variety. So I broke it down even further, and then all of a sudden I see my carbs are higher than what they're supposed to be. I said, okay, so now I'm going to alter it. I'm going to take out 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal, add 2 eggs, and bring my sodium up a little bit. I've watched my protein powders, like I'm going to talk about tomorrow, and I brought my sodium content down. So now I'm really close to that 40-40-20 mark. I'm watching how many calories I take in a day, and Jesus, I feel like I'm eating all the time. But then now I'm putting intermittent fasting into it a little bit too. I'm on a 9-hour cycle. After that, I'm cut off until I wake up the next day. So, just consuming the food into that, making sure my nutrition's on par, making sure my calorie goals are in there, it works. I've been dropping pounds. I'm down 40 pounds already in 3 weeks. So, that's consuming 2,000 calories per day. And then now let's talk a little bit about Burger King, and then we'll move on. So my Burger King in the morning, I had two double croissants with sausage and bacon. God, they were so good. I enjoyed it. That was just like, you know, that was like heaven in the morning. I said, okay, now that I got Taco Bell out of there, now this was the day I was looking at Taco Bell. And I looked at it. But I really didn't look at it until I watched another YouTuber's video of him making croissants, and he had to put a 1/4 stick of butter on top of the dough to fold it over to make a croissant. And I said, let me take a look at the croissants. 2,000 milligrams of sodium per croissant. I said, oh geez, this thing's gonna give me a heart attack. So I normally would have 2 double croissants, as small as they are, and a thing of small hash browns, and I was like, geez, I'm consuming 15,000 milligrams of sodium per day. No wonder my blood pressure's so high. Out with the Burger King. There's some mornings I drive by Burger King and almost cry because I remember how good they are. No more. If I wanted a breakfast sandwich, I'm going to make it at home. I'm also going to start learning how to make my own breakfast sausage. So, now that my nutrition is dead on par, my water's always been on par. I drink 1.5 gallons a day. So, nutrition's on par, water's on par. Now let's talk about my workouts. Let's talk about 24-hour fitness, Planet Fitness, and let's talk about my workouts. So the very first day I went in and I said, okay, that was that Wednesday morning after my physical, and I walked in and I said, okay, treadmill, 30 minutes. And I put it in there and I pushed myself to hit that 30 minutes. Man, I felt like I thought I was gonna pass out on the treadmill. But I pushed myself and I made it. I made it to the finish line. I was happy. I had to sit and wait for about 10 minutes before I got ready to go. I was winded. I was sweating like a bullet. Okay. My heart rate through that went to 138, and that was off of a slow pace on a treadmill. I said, no, I can't live like this. So all night long I thought about it. I calmed myself down. The next morning I went in and I did a circuit train, and basically I felt like I was gonna die after I was done with that. Finished, relaxed a little bit, went home, went to bed. Next night I went in and I did the half hour, did upper body, did the half hour, and then did lower body, did the half hour, did circuit train. But when I did that half hour, I realized I was pushing myself too much, so I got a little lightheaded getting off the treadmill. And I said, okay, I got to slow it down a little bit. Let's build myself up. So I did. So I'm listening to my body as I'm pushing my body as hard as I possibly can. So I slowed it down a little bit. I've been making my 30-minute mark every single day. The last 2 weeks I've been doing extremely well. This week I changed it up a little bit again. So my cardio is still at 30. I've already bumped it up a half a mile an hour speed more. I'm up to 2.5 again. Where I started at, where my heart rate was at 138. Now it's sitting at 121, which is great. I'm at a 3% incline, which is great. So that was this week. I'm at 2.5. I'm still working a sweat. I'm still getting winded. So I'm right where I want to be. Now my workouts, I'm doing the same thing, I'm changing it all up. I've added another 15 to 20 minutes worth of cardio before I work out, so I can get my heart rate up, so my heart rate's up throughout the entire workout. That starts this week. I already did it last night. I felt like an old man when I got home. Oh well, I get old man syndrome for about 2 or 3 hours until I can be able to come back to earth. That works. I'm pushing myself hard at the gym. I can feel it. I can feel my muscle gain coming back. I can feel my weight loss coming off. My pants are becoming looser. I hit a victory milestone. I actually had to add a notch to my belt. So I added a new hole to my belt. So for the longest time I had my belt maxed out to the very last one. And now I'm adding holes to it. This is in 3 weeks. So I'm hitting victories. And when I first started, I was not pushing myself like I was supposed to. I was going in, I was walking very slow on the treadmill. I was going very light weights on the weights, and I wasn't eye of the tiger. That's one of the big things when I hit the gym in the past, was when I walked into the gym, it was like Rocky Balboa walking out to the ring. In the past, when I went out to the ring, it was like Rocky Balboa going out to the ring, focused on that prize. It was like Mike Tyson walking out to the ring. He turned into a different animal when he walked out to the ring. That's why he cried before he had his fights. He turned into a person he didn't want to be. But when I walk in the gym, I turn into a person I want to be. So I get tunnel vision. I'm eye of the tiger when I walk into that gym, and I'm ready to go. And I push myself mentally and physically while I'm going through the gym. So now I'm pushing myself at the gym. I'm on par with my nutrition, and I'm pushing myself to hit my goals. And guess what? My blood pressure keeps dropping. I started off at 171. Now I'm at about 148. I still got a ways to go. I probably got about another 2 more weeks to go before I can be able to get another good drop. I get myself down below 140. I don't have to get on medication. I don't like taking medication. I don't even like taking vitamins. But I gotta take them. If I have to take medication to be able to keep my job, that's something I don't want to do, because, well, you have to be on blood pressure medication for almost the rest of your life. Because, well, that's the thing. I would rather get myself in shape and control my blood pressure through diet and exercise than be on medication and use that as a crutch, in my opinion. I'm not offending anybody else that's on high blood pressure medication. It's just who I am. So my journey is kicked into high gear, and I will create some before pictures pretty soon. I already have one before picture from a good friend of mine, and I'm going to have a couple more. And my weight loss journey has began, and I'm going to keep talking about it every single week. And I hope you guys are going to join me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you want to tell me how bad I did before I got my wake-up call, let me know. It gives me more encouragement to push, and become the person that I truly am. I also have another picture from when I have my first journey, and I will post that when I do my entire transformation video. I will be talking a lot about that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. Please watch another video to support my channel. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about my protein powders. Please give me a thumbs up, share with another friend of yours if you want to try and motivate them a little bit. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. I love you guys. Keep watching me. Until next time, keep on rocking.